Video number 5. Identifying the signs, symptoms, and triggers for addicts. A symptom is something the patient senses and describes, while a sign is something other people, such as a doctor, notice. For example, sleepiness may be a symptom, while dilated pupils may be a sign. Recognizing the signs of addiction is the first step to getting help for yourself or guiding someone you care about to rehab. For this reason, it is critical to have an understanding of the signs of addiction. Let's have a look. Number 1. Behavioral signs of addiction. Number 1. Obsessive thoughts and actions. Acquiring and using the drug becomes the main priorities of life. Number 2. Disregard of harm caused. The person struggling with addiction continues using drugs or alcohol despite their consequences. Number 3. Loss of control. The person cannot stop drug use even after wanting to stop. Number 4. Denial of addiction or hiding drug use. When confronted, the person battling addiction will deny or downplay their drug use. Number 5. Missing work, school, drop in attendance and performance at work or school. Number 6. Work-school problems. Facing performance problems with work and school. Number 7. Missing important engagements. Person often misses important engagements or events. Number 8. Isolating, secretive about activities. Going out of one's way to hide the amount of drugs or alcohol consumed or one's activities. Number 9. Disrupted sleep patterns. Person suffering insomnia or disrupted sleep patterns. Number 10. Legal problems. There's always been a risk for a person of getting caught by legal authorities by dealing with illegal drugs. Number 11. Relationship marital problems. People struggling with addiction are known to act out against those closest to them. Number 12. Financial problems, e.g., always needing money. Person suffering an intense need to stock up his or her next fix. This leads to financial problems. Number 13. Conversations dominated by using or drug-alcohol related topics. A person with addictive disorder might divert the conversation towards his or her addiction unconsciously. Number 2. Physical signs. General physical signs of addiction include, but are not limited to, enlarged or small pupils, sudden weight loss or gain, bloodshot eyes, insomnia, unusual body odors, poor physical condition, looking unkept, slurred speech, overactive or underactive depending on the drug, excessive sniffing and runny nose, not attributed to a cold, looking pale or undernourished, change in eating habits. Number 3. Psychological signs of addiction: irritability, argumentative, defensiveness, inability to deal with stress, loss of interest in activities, people that used to be part of their lives, obnoxious, silly, confused easily, denial, rationalizing, offering alibis, excuses, justification or other explanations for their behaviors, minimalization, admitting superficially to the problem, blaming, placing the blame on someone else, diversion, changing the subject to avoid discussing. Number 4. Signs of substance overdose: drowsiness or trouble walking, agitation, aggression or violent behavior, difficulty breathing, nausea and vomiting, hallucinations, delusions, loss of consciousness. Number 5. Withdrawal symptoms of addiction: shakiness, trembling and jumpiness, confusion and hallucinations, loss of appetite, nausea and vomiting, anxiety and depression, insomnia and fatigue, headaches and fever, seizures, bone pain, mood swings, diarrhea. Number 6. Signs and symptoms of behavioral addiction: preoccupation. The addict becomes so obsessed with the addiction that they abandon their health and well-being. Increased frequency. The frequency and the duration of the addictive behavior increases with time as the person attempts to recapture the same highly experienced early on. Obsession. He fears to address his own psychological and emotional problems, so he loses himself in the problems of others as a way to escape from his feelings. Psychological problems. Individuals with behavioral addiction often have low self-esteem and suffer from anxiety. Persistence to continue. Notable in behavior, addiction is a persistence to continue the compulsive behavior despite consequences, chaotic life, out of control. This phase aptly describes the active addict. Number 7. Triggers of addiction. A trigger is any form of stimuli that initiates the desire to engage in addictive behavior. Common triggers in addiction include halt, feeling hungry, angry, lonely, tired, feeling full of self-pity, undergoing too much stress, social situations or places where drugs are available, reminiscing about or glamorizing past drug use, getting a promotion or new job, sex and relationships, unrealistic expectations for recovery, lying and other forms of dishonesty, feelings of frustration and recovery, expecting too much of other people, taking recovery for granted, mental or physical illness, becoming overconfident, symptoms of depression, social isolation. It is important to recognize the signs and symptoms of addiction early. Like they say, early diagnosis is so important because the earlier mental illness can be detected, diagnosed, and treatment can begin, the better off that person can be for the rest of his or her life. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video lesson.